All right. Um, it's been a few weeks since the end of the events at Trill, where you guys blew up the asteroid with all the evil symbiotes on them. DeGrasse, you did come under the control of them for a bit, um, but you weren't really. No one's really been able to tell you how or why that happened. It just kind of did. There's still a lot they don't understand about that. Um, but for the start of this episode here, I figure I'm going to put everybody off duty. It's maybe an hour or so after your duty shifts. You're all getting ready to do your evening activities, whether it be hanging out um, at the Royal Mass, whether it be going to the holodeck, whether you're working on some extracurricular project. Whatever you guys want to do, I figure we'll start the episode with a bit of free role play. I did show you guys the fleet map to where you're at. You are currently within a few light years of the Klingon border, but security reports have been clear and clean for the most part, at least in this area. And you are heading back towards the Silk Road operational area. And so, with that, who would like to begin?
Uh, Casey will be in his quarters, and he'll be reading through a pad with like an offer on it to accept a temporary posting to 10th Fleet headquarters as a strategic operations officer for the Silk Road Initiative. And he's just mulling over it.
Writing a pros and cons list.
Yes. Actually, I'll do that in the lounge, so in case anyone more chance for interaction, I guess.
All right, Casey, I'll throw you the mist.
Minjark will also be in the lounge, getting a bite to eat. And
Getting the what, Mendrock?
getting a bite to eat and seeing how his friend Kay is doing.
All right, so we got Casey, DeGrasse. Sorry, Casey and Mendrock in the lounge.
I'll be in the lounge too.
All right, I just threw everybody in random places, so you could put yourself where you want to be. So Casey, Bob will come up to you and say, "You have been staring at that pad for 2 hours. You need something?"
No, maybe just a glass of water. It's a job offer.
Job offer, huh? I can see why you're not getting your usual then. And he slides a glass of water in front of you.
Thank you. Yes, it's a job offer for some work at 10th Fleet headquarters. It'll be quite a lot of responsibility if I accept.
So what's the job?
A strategic operations officer supporting the Silk Road Initiative. my experience as a security officer on board the Expedition, at least the Admiral thinks make me considerably qualified for the role, and they'd like me to fill it until a permanent officer can be sent in from Starfleet headquarters.
So what's all the apprehension then?
I don't know. I guess I just always told myself I'd never fly a desk. That I would always try to be out there on the front lines. Of course, it's just a temporary assignment, but I love my job aboard the Expedition.
Well, I'm pretty sure the crew loves having you here too, Casey.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do if they offer you the job permanently?
I guess I hadn't even thought of that. It would probably mean a promotion to full commander. Which would be, of course, a big move in my career, but it would, of course, also mean that it would, at least for a while, be the end of my days serving on board a starship.
Yeah, but a strategic operations officer might fast track you for captaincy, if not admiralty.
That's a good point. I guess I'll have to go through all the pros and cons.
Well, Commander, I'll let you get back to your list. Let me know if you need something a little bit sturdier than that water.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Mendrock, you notice as how do you say that, Kai? I'll go with that. As Kai walks in.
I will stand up and wave to her. Would you care to join me?
She notices you and walks up. Lieutenant Commander?
Hello. Would you care to join me?
It is my off day. I suppose I can.
Well, only if you want to.
And she'll take one of the seats.
I'll sit back down. How have you been?
My job keeps me busy.
I know that well.
I've been taking some phaser training courses.
Oh,
I feel it would be a nice skill to have serving on the starship this far into space.
yeah, it's not a bad idea, considering how often we are in conflict. Are you intending to try to join Starfleet officially?
I am considering applying.
Well, good for you. If I can be of any help, just let me know.
Should the needs arise, I will seek your assistance in such matters.
Oh, excellent. Would you like something to eat?
I do not require biological substance at this time.
All right. Well, maybe I will order some food.
All right, we'll head over to Nadon really quick, who's sitting over here staring out the window. What are you doing, Nadon?
Probably just enjoying a pint in my downtime.
Enjoying a pint.
Yeah, just synth alcohol if it's like de-alcohol non-alcoholized if it's during work hours, alcoholized if it's not.
It is definitely your off-duty hours, so you'll probably be taking part in the one with the alcohol.
Perfect. All right, and just doing that and reading a book.
Right. Sounds good. Sounds peaceful, actually. I might do that later. So we'll head to sick bay really quick. Since I think the doctor's back, correct? All these random tokens in here. Doc, you back?
Yo, can you guys hear me now?
Ah,
Ooh.
We had some white noise,
Right.
but I think we hear you now.
Okay.
Try disconnecting.
Doc, your audio quality is about as good as general aviation radios.
I hope you guys didn't need your hearing for anything.
Is that any better?
A little?
I'm already half deaf. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Doc, we can we can kind of hear you.
So where's the captain at? Or what is the captain doing, I should say?
Captain's on the holodeck, rock climbing. I already put in a page. Oh no, 20. Very last one.
Perfect. We'll head there. All right, so Captain, you are these the cliffs on Trill or somewhere else?
Whatever's in the holodeck program. So could
All
be
right.
anywhere really.
All right, so these are the cliffs on one of the many Federation vacation planets. This particular one is known for having mountainous and rocky terrain. So it has some of the premier climbing destinations in the Alpha Quadrant. It just so happens to have been programmed into the holodeck by one of your other crew members who also enjoys rock climbing. So you've been rock climbing pretty much on and off, since you got off shift. And you probably just reached this little outcropping, maybe an hour and a half or so after you begun. And you get taken this nice little mountainous valley. Did you go climbing with anybody? I guess is the next question I have.
Nozin's probably there.
Let me check his fitness.
It's terrible.
So Prax, you have been probably sitting on this outcropping for about 15 minutes, and you notice that Nozin is still struggling to climb up there with you to join. But eventually, he does join you, and he sits down next to you, drenched in sweat, breathing heavily, as he sits down to join you on the little cliff here.
I suppose archaeologists don't get much exercise when climbing rocks.
By the time I get down to the dig, it's already set up for transporters. But you weren't kidding. This is definitely a nice view.
Too bad it's all photons and force fields. Still.
Perhaps when we both get an opportunity, perhaps we can come here for real. As he takes a nice drink of water.
Perhaps. I think next time though we're gonna have to up your endurance a little bit before we undertake that.
I'm sure if we keep practicing in the holodeck, I'm sure I can handle it.
Perhaps, do you think you have the will to make it the rest of the way up?
Give me 5 minutes. Make that 10.
She secures her line and makes sure that he's secured.
Climbing with the safeties off, are we?
No, we're climbing with the safeties on, but it's still a long way down, and even with safeties on, probably break something.
After a few minutes, Nozen eventually gets the willpower to follow you up the rest of the way to the top. And you begin your ascent to the top. Now we'll try heading to sickbay again.
So DeGrasse will say to the doctor, Doc, what do you think?
Well, it seems like everything's coming back all right for you, Commander.
Okay. Do you expect any after effects? Anything I should be worried about?
Nothing I can see. I mean, from what I can tell, when the parasite had control, it just was mental. It wasn't mental. Well, yeah. Let's put it mentally. And other than that, I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary for you.
Well, that's good to hear. I gotta be honest, I don't remember a thing. One moment we were coming up on the comet, the next I'm on the floor. Weirdest thing.
Right. Understandable.
Mm. Did Emily check out? Is she doing okay?
So far, she checks out.
It's good. Well, Doc, after that, I think I could use a drink. You almost off shift?
I'll be off here in a little bit. You know how doctors are.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be drinking, though.
Oh, come on, Doc.
You know for a fact a doctor's job is never completely over.
Yeah.
They are never truly off shift, especially when they're head of department.
Anybody ever tell you that you're too good of a doctor?
Too good. Commander, a doctor can only be too good if he can bring the dead back to life.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that you're going to make it eventually, Doctor. But I'll tell you what. I'll be in the lounge. Gonna grab a drink. If you, want to head down? Feel free to.
Understood.
So with that, DeGrasse will get up and head towards the lounge. And before he gets to the lounge, though, he's gonna swing by Emily's quarters.
All right. Sorry, Captain, I got to borrow your quarters again.
DeGrasse will ring the door chime.
Enter.
You'll step through.
You see Emery working on one of her computer consoles. She seems to be engrossed in some research.
Something interesting, I hope.
Oh, hey Bart. Just finishing up some research I've been putting off. Samples from the new colony.
Understood. How long you been at this?
I've been working on this for a few hours. I'm trying to get all of our samples cataloged and getting the reports sent in to Starfleet Command and the various science bureaus.
Well, would you care for a quick break? Want to take a walk?
I suppose these samples aren't going anywhere. I'd love to.
Excellent.
And she logs off her console and then heads toward you.
All right. Well, what part of the expedition haven't you seen yet? That I'm allowed to take you to, at least.
I've seen most of the ship already.
Okay.
Been to the Arboretum, the botany labs, the holodeck.
Well, I noticed that you didn't say the lounge. Care to head there for a drink, or maybe coffee?
Sure.
I'll lead the way. And he'll step out and head towards the lounge.
All right, Captain, give me. So we're back on the holodeck with the captain. You've made a lot more progress. Give me a fitness con. Let's just make this a difficulty 1 for you.
Definitely don't think I have a focus for this. So. Diff 1, you say?
Yep.
Give you a threat, just in case.
All right, gain a momentum. Right, so you're climbing up. You get to within, let's say, 15 meters from the top. You look down to check on Nozen's progress, and he's actually doing a lot better than before. He seems to be keeping pace with you a little bit, at least better than before.
How you doing, Nozen?
I'm doing okay. How much further?
Oh, another 25 meters. We'll be there before you know it.
We better pick up the pace. And he kind of notions over. I think the sun is setting soon.
Don't rush it, Nozen, or you could be an accident here. Yeah, continue the climb.
And probably about a good 20 or so minutes later, you finally make it to the summit, and Nozen's maybe 5 meters below the top. Almost there.
You got this.
With one final climb and thrust, he pulls himself up over the top of the cliff using the rope at the top as a bit of leverage. And he kind of falls laying down on his back, trying to catch his breath.
I think you need to start coming with me on my morning jog.
And that, I think we both agree.
She pulls out of sort of the sack or the little satchel she was carrying with, and pulls out, sets up a little bit of like food and drink.
Think you read my mind.
To more adventures.
And he raises his glass to clink and starts to drink the drink you brought.
It's literally just water.
Drinks the water. You're right, though. This is a beautiful sunset.
Perhaps we'll do it for real next time.
If not here, I'm sure you'll find us a brand new planet of which we can climb the cliffs of mountains.
Well, hopefully. Depends on if we can get back to our 5-year mission. And yeah, you can cut away.
What?
You can cut away to someone else.
Cool. So we'll head back to the lounge. Where DeGrasse, you and Emery walking down here. Nadine, you're still reading your book, and you probably have a couple glasses of liquor in front of you by this point, unless you're sipping. I don't know how quickly your character will drink.
Just sipping.
Okay. So you're nursing your one drink. It's probably maybe halfway gone at this point. But you've gotten maybe 3 or 4 chapters into your latest book that you're reading. Mendrock, you've probably just about finished your meal at this point. And Casey, I'm pretty sure you have not even touched your water. When DeGrasse and Emery walk in.
So DeGrasse and Emily will just be, kind of making small talk as they walk in. He'll survey the lounge really quickly and notice Casey at the bar. And just say to Emily, "Can you find us a table? I want to go ask Arnaud something really quickly."
Sure. I think I see one in the corner there.
So DeGrasse will walk up and pointedly plop down on the stool next to Casey. He'll say, "Still considering it, huh?"
Yes, although I suppose I should come to a decision soon. The headquarters has asked for a decision as soon as possible, so that I could make a rendezvous with the Tiananmen to my post, should I accept.
If I may be so direct, this is an excellent assignment. What's stopping you?
Well, as I explained to Bob, it's, I guess, just that I've always told myself I'd never fly a desk, even temporarily. But I suppose this is the way of advancement. I can't be chief of security forever. It's not like it's a permanent posting either.
Well, let me tell you, when the captain asked if I would be willing to serve as the XO, I wasn't sure about it either. Wasn't sure if I was ready at that point in my career. To be honest, wasn't sure if I actually wanted to do it. I was happy being a science officer, but after doing some thinking, I decided to take the chance to challenge myself. And honestly, it was the best thing that I've ever done. It can be uncomfortable, but I think the experience that you're going to get from this, the connections that you'll make, it's going to be invaluable. It's going to be impossible to replace you, even temporarily, but it's an amazing opportunity.
Well, thank you for those words, sir, and well, I have been getting what's our other security officer? Lieutenant Cheng ready to take over in the event that I do leave. I think I will take this job. I just would like to speak with the captain first.
Well, completely understand that. And DeGrasse will stand up and take a few steps towards the table that Emily got.
All right. So while you two are talking, so while that conversation's going on, excuse me, Lieutenant.
Huh? Yes.
I'm
I'll look
sorry
up.
to interrupt you. I just noticed you sitting by yourself. What are you reading there?
Oh, really just some light reading, a highly fictionalized version of the uh, historical drama about the early days of the Federation. Bit of edutainment for my downtime.
I see. Is it any good?
It's enjoyable. Let's just say I don't think it would have won any literature awards, but that's not why I'm reading it.
I don't have much time to read myself. I'm in the middle of categorizing all of the samples from New Minerva.
Work is important, but I'm beginning to slowly, at the captain's insistence, develop more of an appreciation for the restorative effects of downtime. Don't forget to take a break.
That's actually why I'm here. I'm waiting for Haybar to finish talking with his friend. And she kind of points over in your direction, Casey. Or Casey and DeGrasse.
Oh. Have a special evening planned or anything like that?
Oh, it's nothing like that. I think he's just being friendly.
Well, I do hope you enjoy yourselves.
And DeGrasse, that's probably right where you stand up.
So as he's stepping away from Casey, he just turns and says, don't go getting soft. Kind of punches him in the shoulder.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, DeGrasse will, walk over to Emily and Nadon and just kind of have some casual chit chat, and then I guess sit down at the corner table and just talk about whatever.
Okay. So while everyone is enjoying their evenings, where is it? There it is. All throughout the ship, the red alert Caxlons start to sound. Bridge the captain.
As she was about to get the parachutes out, go ahead, Bridge.
Captain, we have detected weapons fire along the border.
More details.
We're having a hard time reading what's going on, Captain.
Is it in Klingon space?
It is in Federation space, Captain. We don't have a reading on who's firing yet.
Understood. Divert course to that location. Shields up. Red alert.
Aye, Captain.
Apologies. I'll see you later.
I'll keep dinner warm for you.
Smirks. Computer and program.
And the scenery fades away, and you find yourself in the holodeck with the grid up. And then back in the Royal Mast, everyone here hears the red alarms going off. The red alert going off.
DeGrasse will stand up and say, everyone report to the bridge. Emily, I'm afraid we'll have to cut our conversation short.
I understand. You have important work to do.
Well, that makes both of us. And DeGrasse will briskly walk out of the lounge.
And Mentroff will stand up and tell Kai that we'll have to do this another time. And thanks her for her company and heads to engineering.
And she'll say, next time I will endeavor to require nutrients around this time.
He smiles. So sounds good.
Now we'll head to the bridge.
Yeah.
All right, is everyone up there? Who am I missing? Oh, missing DeGrasse. Doc, are you heading to sick bay or are you heading to the bridge?
He would probably head towards the bridge to find out what's going on and have sickbay on standby.
Okay. All right, I think that's everybody in position. So a few minutes go by and the entire senior staff find themselves on the bridge. We will enter scene 2. So you'll go down your momentum.
Helm status report.
We adjusted. Oh, it's the Birdman. We adjusted course to the weapons fire, Captain. We should be arriving momentarily.
Science, are we in range to get a clear picture on what's going on?
You are, and you can have a task roll. I think Nadon's products did blow up.
Sorry, what?
I think the captain was addressing you, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Can we get a scan on what's going on? Who's shooting?
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So yes, I was saying yes, I can roll that.
All right, this would
I'm
be
guessing.
Yep, go ahead.
I would guess reason science, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, reason science difficulty 1, assisted by the ship sensor sign. The base difficulty is 1. I don't know if it could bring it down to 0 though. I don't remember.
Not on a first roll.
Sensor scan. Maybe
Oh,
we'll just
right.
Yep.
All right, so
Yeah.
it'll be a div 0 then.
Okay. Complication range of 1, correct?
Yep.
Okay. That's me. Yes, we just need somebody to roll the ship.
I got it.
Cool. I'm detecting only one ship, Captain. It's a Tellarite fighter that appears to be highly damaged. The warp field appears unstable, Captain.
Freighter.
Or freighter, sorry.
Life signs.
Any life signs, Jim?
I'll write something.
The warp field is causing too much interference, Captain. We would need to get closer.
Understood. Helmet, anchor, and course. Keep our shields up.
Aye, Captain.
Ops, open hailing frequencies.
Channel's open, Captain.
To the Tellarite freighter, this is the United Starship Expedition. Responding to weapons fire detected along the Federation border. Do you require assistance?
No response, Captain.
Close the channel. Ops.
Channel closed.
I don't like this.
I am getting a bit of an uneasy feeling as well, Captain.
Helm ETA.
5 minutes, Captain.
Lieutenant, now keep an eye out for any other vessels in the area. Doc, you may be needed down in sick bay. There'll most likely be casualties.
Agreed. I'll head down there right now.
And a few minutes ago, go by. Dropping out of warp now, Captain. The expedition drops out of warp, and on screen you see the heavily damaged Tellarite freighter.
Lieutenant, see if you can't perform a more in-depth scan of the freighter. Ops, continue broadcasting standard search and rescue procedure. See if we can get him to answer.
Aye, Captain.
So yeah, I'll do that scan because I was ordered to.
What are you scanning for?
Life signs on the ship. Now that we're closer.
All right, this would be a Reason Science, base difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's sensor science. So it'd be a diff 2.
Okay. I'll spend one of the momentum I got earlier for an extra die.
Then just need the ship. Gain 2 momentum.
You said it was base 2?
It was base 3.
Base 2, so okay.
Captain, there are life signs near the warp core. They're pretty faint.
What's the status of the warp core?
We'll need a scan for that.
Okay, I will do the scan then.
This will be Reason Engineering, base difficulty 2, using sensors engineering, so it'll be a diff 1.
Cool.
Gain 2 more.
Sweet.
And I just sent you the basic damage report for the ship.
There appears to be several hull breaches and weapons damage. Minimal life support. Main power is offline. Engines are disabled, and the warp core is unstable, Captain.
Likelihood of a core breach?
It could lose containment if it's not fixed, Captain.
What sort of weapons fire against the freighter? Is it disruptor, phaser, plasma?
Jim, can we recognize what type of weapons fire it was?
Yes, but let me double check the weapon type. And this would be your question, of course.
Okay. Captain, they appear to be, the damage appears to have been done with some sort of a explosive.
you able to narrow that down?
It's not a standard torpedo, Captain.
Commander, prepare an away team to see if we can stabilize that warp core.
Right away, Captain. So on this away team, we'll want to take Mendrock, Doctor as well.
Hold on one second, though.
Sure.
Transporter room, are you able to get a lock on the Tellurite life signs?
Negative, Captain. There's too much interference from the warp field. But I can get you close to engineering.
There you go. Now take the dock.
Gotcha. Yeah, so Mendrock, the Doctor. Yeah, and actually, who's also rated pretty highly in engineering? Mendrock, do you want to take Boris?
Sure.
Okay. I'm just thinking if there are any extended tasks. It might be two, or good to have two engineers working on the warp core. Yeah, so given the danger of the situation, I think we're just going to go with those four.
If you can't stabilize the commander, have someone try to pull the logs.
Captain and Commander, be advised I estimate 15 to 20 minutes until warp core breach at this point.
Captain?
You have your orders.
Understood. Mendrock, Doctor, Boris,
Commander.
maybe down in the transporter room.
Yep.
As fast as you can.
Yep.
All right. Are you bringing any equipment
Grab my
with you?
tools.
Other than the standard equipment? In this situation, everything will be an opportunity cost.
EVA suits.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good. Because if the containment goes.
I'd suggest preloading with anti-rad medication.
EVA suits will protect from radiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Just need the opportunity cost for those.
It should just be 1 and 1.
Yep.
Which you only pay the escalation once. So.
Yep.
Just double checking the opportunity cost.
I think it's 1. Could be mistaken.
Oh, actually, it's 2 opportunity cost.
Really?
Yeah. How many are going?
4.
Well, that's 2.
I'll just take 2 out of that for everybody. I'll just take the 2.
2 momentum.
Yeah. It makes more sense that it'd be an advantage versus everyone needs the advantage. With how much you guys use EVA suits, I'm sure you probably put them right next to the transporters at this point. Anything else you want to bring?
So you need to worry about pattern enhancers if there's interference.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to take a set of pattern answers with you. But I think that's just one.
Yep.
Mendrock, you always bring an engineering kit with you, right?
Yeah, I have a kit and a tricorder and
Okay.
all sorts of crap. I'm well prepared, Commander.
All right. Anything else?
I think that should do it.
Okay.
Might want to take a plasma torch.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea either.
Because it's not standard with the kit.
Gotcha.
That should be it.
Can borrow something to haul.
All right. So we're gonna need the transporter beam out. So it's base 2. You're going not to a pad, so that bumps it to 3. -1 for your sensors, -1 for the engine room, +1 for the interference. So it'd be a base. So it'd be a difficulty 2 transporter task. And I got all this threat. Make it a complication range 2.
Because it's Matthews doing it, since Boris is going. Transporters and replicators.
Yep.
Take a threat.
And you just need the ship, sensors engineering.
I'm not gonna fish. A momentum.
Yep. And we'll go to the next scene. All right, the away team is transported onto the ship, and you materialize in a small corridor. You are roughly 50 meters from the engineering bay. The hallway you are in is dark, the only lighting coming from emergency lights. Looking around and getting a feel for your surroundings, you could see collapsed bulkheads, exposed wires, and blown out power relays completely littering the corridor.
Yeah, a number here, Captain. Or Commander.
You're right. This looks like a mess.
Take out my flashlight and head to engineering. Carefully. but in a hurry.
All right, so you're starting to make your way toward the engine core.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to need everybody to give me daring or fitness with con or security difficulty 1, and I'm going to make all of your complication ranges 2.
So you said daring or fitness?
Yep, this is to try to maneuver through all the damage.
And that's security or con?
Yep.
Alright. Difficulty 1. Wow.
Yep, diff 1, comp 2. All right, Mendrock, you're fine. And then who's going to play Boris?
Figured Casey would, but I'll roll for him for the now. Is it con?
Fitness or con or security, whichever is higher.
I'll let the others go first before he goes.
Right, need DeGrasse, need the doc.
Survival for focus?
No.
Okay.
Had to try.
Yeah, it's always worth a try.
Like I would be thinking more athletics or something like that.
Gotcha.
Grass is fine.
Well, here goes nothing. Ooh.
You passed, but with a complication.
Yeah.
Doc, you could use that new medal that we all got.
Oh, that's right. What does that do?
2 bonus momentum on a successful roll.
Or you could use it to avoid a complication.
Yep.
Or the
Single.
Awesome. I'll do that. Need to add
Alright.
that to my notes.
And then we just need Sokolov.
Well, I guess I'll just roll flat for him.
Gain
Nice.
momentum. All right. You carefully make your way towards the engine room, occasionally having to step over the dead body of a few Tellarites, unlucky enough to have been near some of the explosions when they went off. After a few minutes, you finally make your way to the door just outside engineering. However, the door is sealed.
Chief, is there any way that we can get the sealed door open?
Plasma torch? Or can I try and mark? There's not.
There is a panel nearby if you.
Okay.
But you could always torch the thing too. I mean, it'll take longer, but
Yeah. I'm gonna try and open it. with the
this
pen.
will be control with either engineering or security difficulty 2.
Okay. Alright, I'll spend one momentum. And the complication is only 1, right? Or is it 2?
It's back to 1.
Back to 1, okay. Computers is a focus.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I can reroll that with cautious.
I don't know what it's been about Roll20 these last couple of games, but they've been really upping the complications as of late. Gain 2 momentum out of that. And after fiddling with it for, maybe 15, 20 seconds, the door opens, revealing the engine room. And when the door opens, you notice that the engine room, there is a cloud of smoke that is coming from the engine core. It doesn't look like it's going critical yet, but it is starting to build up heat.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head right to that until the commander, when the doctor will take care of the crew or whatever. I got this. Come on, boys.
All right. So Boris and Mendrak head toward the core to try to start repairs. What is everyone else doing?
Did
For
we
my
see...
part,
Oh, sorry. Go
sorry,
ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, did we see any Tellarites that were alive or close to it?
Not yet.
Okay. So yeah, DeGrasse will just ask the doctor to check the bodies, see if there are any, burn marks or trauma consistent with, I don't know, internal explosions, if that's something we can check for. And while he's doing that, DeGrasse will just pull out a tricorder and begin scanning to see if he can get any better read on exactly what the explosions are.
Okay. Doctor, I won't make your roll. Yes, they are consistent with explosions, them being caught up in with it. DeGrasse, go ahead and give me reason or insight with science or medicine difficulty 1. Gain a momentum.
GM, do they seem faint or do they seem pretty strong?
Don't think you have a free question, so this would be a momentum, which you could probably use from the one you gained.
Yeah, I'll do that. So DeGrasse will go over to the doctor. Say, Doc, I just detected 3 Klingon life signs. 2 strong, 1 faint. Coming from a small storage room in this direction. Oh, looks like we lost the doc. Damn.
He needs to figure out what's up with his connection.
Do we want to wait on the doc or? Oh, there he is. Hey, Doc.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Cool. So yeah, DeGrasse just walked up to you and said, Doctor, I'm detecting 3 Klingon life signs. 2 strong, 1 faint, coming from a small storage room in this direction. Care to give me some backup?
Yeah, let's see if we can find them and take care of this.
All right. So DeGrasse will lead them over in the direction of the small storage closet.
Right, you are able to walk up to the door.
He'll pull out his phaser, but won't prepare to fire. He'll just keep his hand on it, keep it at his side. And he'll attempt to open the door.
You are able to open a door without any issues. You push the button, it opens just fine. When the door opens, you are greeted by 2 Klingons that, as soon as the door opens, raise their fist ready for a fight. You also notice a 3rd Klingon laying on a table in severe agony, fresh burns covering his face and neck. Once they realize who you are, they lower their fist and say, "Tell me, what is the fate of our attackers?"
You'll have to give me a little more context. We just arrived on the scene. I have officers attempting to stabilize the warp core. Can you tell me anything about what happened?
A Ferengi ship dropped out of warp and attacked us, demanding that the crew turn over their cargo. They asked us to assist them in repelling this attack.
Well, we didn't detect any wreckage.
No doubt they'll be back. But do you have a ship here? We must get off of this ship.
Agreed, we do. Do you mind if my doctor takes a look at your comrade?
As soon as you say that, alarm caxlons start going off.
GM, would DeGrasse know why that would happen?
You'd probably start hearing the core starting to overload.
Taps his comm badge. DeGrasse to Mendrock.
Men are here, Cap.
Where we at, Chief?
Working on the workforce. Not looking good.
Chief, I'm going to need you to tell me. Are you going to be able to repair this thing or not?
GM.
Okay. So the ship's warp core will go critical in 6 intervals. There are 2 options. The quick and easy option is to just GTFO, but the stabilize the ship option is the extended task I'm about to post.
Well, I have some hidden talents for fixing things. I'm miracle worker.
Yeah, so it would be a daring engineering task, difficulty 4, magnitude 4, work 18, resistance 1.
Wow. Okay.
But like I said, that's to basically stabilize the ship. So those are your options.
Well, Commander, I believe I can fix it. I suggest you get everyone but me and Boris off the ship, and just in case, and keep a transporter lock on this.
We're only gonna have 3 task rolls.
So if you go to leave, everybody gets 6.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little different. If you go to leave, everybody will get the 6 intervals. But if you're doing the task roll, that's where you only get the 3 tasks.
Oh.
So if you split half leave, half try to fix the ship, the ones that are trying to leave will not take up those that are fixing the ship's tasks, if that makes sense.
Okay. Sorta. Still a little confused. But,
Basically, everyone gets their own 6 intervals.
oh, okay.
Is basically how that works.
So combat rounds, 3 rounds total.
Yeah. But there's only one person and an assist can work at the core at a time. So not all 4 people could try to fix the core and all of that.
I see.
And I don't think you want the doctor trying to eject the warp core.
No. But do I think me and Boris can do it then? Or is there just not enough time?
You have Miracle Worker. You have Miracle Worker. You're kind of built for it.
Yeah, I am.
Minimum, it's going to take you 2 tasks, really, if you're lucky.
Yeah. Let's buy 3 dice.
All right, so just so I get a feel for what's going on, Mendrock, you and Boris are staying.
Yeah.
What about the Gross, the Doctor, and the Klingons? What are they doing?
So DeGrasse he'll tap his comm badge and ask the expedition to emergency beam out the Doctor and the 3 Klingons. Doc, I'm assuming you want the injured Klingon to go directly to sick bay. Well, either way, DeGrasse will order an emergency beam out for the Doctor and the 3 Klingons.
Did you set up the transporter enhancers?
You will have to. You'd either have to get back to where you were beamed in, or you could set the enhancers. But that will take an interval.
So there's 6 intervals?
Yeah. Yeah, but remember, you're basically in 2 groups here. So your intervals will not take from Mendrock.
Perfect. Yeah, in that case, DeGrasse will set up the pattern enhancers.
All right, so you take the 1 interval to set that up. Mendrock, go ahead and set up for your roll.
Okay. So I have warp core mechanics and EPS systems.
Yes.
So I'd like to buy 3 extra dice and roll 5.
You roll 5 or 4?
Oh, I roll 4. So I'll buy 2 extra.
Well, okay. It's. You might want to spend your determination on this.
Oh yeah, that might be better. Yeah. Yeah, I'll spend my determination.
What value?
Trust me, I'm an engineer.
That one is very fitting.
assuming you're buying a third dice.
Yep.
To roll, well, yeah, another dice to roll 3.
Yeah.
Because now you only need 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 5 successes. Just need Boris.
Boys.
Oh, sorry. Get distracted.
Beer is good and stuff.
Yeah. I missed the conversation, but I'm drinking Sleeman. Pretty sure it's only in Canada, though. Sorry, I'm trying to find his character sheet. We have so many NPCs now. There he is.
I see that you too have heard of Psychostick.
I have. I thought I was the only one.
I assume warp core mechanics is an acceptable focus.
Yes, yes, it is. That's 6 successes, so you bake 2 momentum. Mendrak, go ahead and give me 7 challenge dice. All right, you got to tell me what all of your things do, because I have no idea.
He gets extra work on effects, and the miracle work gives him triumphant effect, which is an extra breakthrough.
Oh, dear God. Okay.
So 2, 4, 7, so 6.
Yep, 6, and that'll be 2 breakthroughs.
I don't think you need to spend momentum on it.
Okay, so while they're working on that, I need that transporter roll. It's still going to be the difficulty 2 from the interference.
All right. Transporter and replicators for a focus.
Sure is.
Take 1 threat. Complication range 2.
No, comp 1. Just need the ship. Gain 2 momentum from that. And DeGrasse, the doctor, and the 3 Klingons are beamed off the ship. Mendrak, you have 4 intervals left.
DeGrasse didn't actually want to be beamed off the ship.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Nope. So after that's done, he'll gather up the pattern enhancers and then head down to the warport.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine. That'll be your second interval, DeGrasse. So you are in line with them.
Okay.
And now you'll start using their intervals.
I'll buy a 3rd die. And roll again. So reroll that 1 with cautious.
Complication.
Nope.
Right, just need Boris. Yeah, Casey's back.
Spend a momentum to reduce the interval by 1.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. I am going to spend 2 threat to make the resistance 3. As though core is starting to speed up its going criticalness. So the resistance will be 3.
Okay.
Now roll 7. 7 challenge dice. Right now you're doing 4.
Can I reroll the 2? Or should I?
Just 1 for piercing, and that still gets you the 2 breakthroughs.
Yeah. All right.
Which that completes the extended test.
It does. So right as the core starts to go critical, not when it's about to blow up, when it just starts to, really start to enter the it's going critical, Mendrock, you very effortlessly, without breaking a sweat, without even caring what's going on, you stop the warp core overload, and the warp core returns basically to normal. And you're able to get a few systems back online. More importantly, the life support back on in that time also.
Well, smooth sailing, Commander.
Oh, I don't know if I would say that, Chief, but
Well,
Jesus, excellent work as always.
that's what I'm here for.
Thought we were about to be atomized.
Nah,
Okay.
not on my watch.
Well, one more task. Let's get a hold of the ship's logs before we head back.
That sounds easy enough. Go over to a terminal and try and get the logs.
Our GM went
Wait.
AFK.
Oh, no problem.
Well, so much for little RP.
All right, I'm back. All right, the last thing I heard was getting the log.
Yeah, I was gonna try to find a terminal I can get the log from, either here in engineering or from the bridge or whatever.
I got to spend some threat here, but Mendrock, you start to go searching for the log. I'm just going to type this to you for roleplay purposes. Actually, I'm gonna make you roll for this. Just because there's different outcomes of information you could get. Let's go ahead and do a control engineering difficulty 2.
Computers as a focus.
Yeah.
I'll buy a third die. One momentum.
God, dear God. Yeah, get 3 momentum. There you go.
Well, that's not good. Is there any way to undelete them? Well, that sucks. Alright. Commander?
What is it, Chief?
We have a problem. The logs have been deleted from the battle, and I cannot recover them.
Can you determine who deleted them?
It looks as though whoever deleted them knew what they were doing. They covered their tracks.
Understood, Chief. Well, if you can't recover them, I'm not sure who could.
Yeah, I'm a little baffled myself. This is very peculiar. Also, peculiar that there's Klingons on a Tillerite vessel. Were they passengers?
Well, something tells me that we're going to have quite a few questions. And hopefully answers.
Agreed. I guess we can head back, or what would you like me to do next?
Well, see what the captain thinks. Taps his comm badge.
That's always good.
Away team to Expedition.
All right, I'm gonna pause you there. We're gonna go to sickbay. Is the doctor back?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm just getting into roll 20. Alrighty.
All right, Doctor. You and the Klingons beam back to the transporter, wasn't it? Or back to sickbay, and you start looking at the injured Klingon. He has severe internal injuries, and third and fourth degree burns on his neck and face. In order to stabilize him, I'm going to give you a roll here. It's going to be an extended task for this one.
Okay.
And this is going to be daring or control with medicine, difficulty 4, work 15, magnitude 4, resistance 1. You can be assisted by the ship. And I'll give you one other assist if you wanted to activate a character, a support.
Okay. All right. So, let's see here.
They're all about the same, so.
Yeah. It'll have to be my control medicine. Trying to figure out how to do this. Because my character sheet's not wanting to come up. Give me just a second. And you said it was difficulty 4?
Yes.
All right.
You have advanced sick base, so get an advantage.
Get 2 yeah, you get an
Yep.
advantage for that and your doctorness.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and use both of those. How much momentum do we have?
6. Actually, this is a new scene, so you go to 5.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend 3 of that. All right. Hopefully this works. Ooh. Target was 17. Or no, 16. So that is 2 successes.
Oh, there it is. You said your target was what?
16. Medicine's 5, control is 11.
Okay. So yeah, 2 successes there. You get 4 from the assist and from the ship and the assist. What were you using the your advantages for?
Reducing difficulty.
All right, so you gain 2 moment for both of them. So you gain 2 momentum.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me. You have a 5 medicine or a 4?
I believe it's a 5. Should be a 5.
Yeah, roll me 7 challenge dice, please.
Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you got
5.
6
That should be
there.
6. Yeah.
So after the resistance, you got 1.
Wait, resistance is 5?
Resistance is yeah. So there's 1 resistance. So you'll get 5 work done.
Yeah.
Is this surgery?
Yeah.
Because he got 2 effects. He has a surgery savant.
So what does that do?
Triumph effect,
Thing
which
it gives
is
me.
extra breakthrough.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna spend +2 threat to make the resistance 3.
Okay. And then I'll just spend 1 momentum. See if this works. Oh, okay. There we go.
Got 3 successes though.
Yep.
So that makes 4. So you gain 2 momentum.
Okay.
Then 7 challenge dice, 3 resistance.
Wow. I'm gonna have to spend 1 momentum on piercing, 1 momentum on extra work.
So you could reroll 3.
Oh yeah,
You have
duh.
3 failures, so
Yeah, so let's do that first. That puts me at
5.
yeah.
1 for piercing, 1 for extra work.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Okay. But he's surgery savant, right?
Yep.
All right. So Doctor, you're working on this Klingon. And as you're working, the extent of his injuries are such that if this was any other person and not a Klingon, they would have succumbed to their injuries hours, not hours, but they would have already have died from the explosion. His Klingon hardiness and his Klingon resilience is really what kept him alive in time for you to repair him. And you are able to deal with most of the injuries, and he is out of danger from dying. It's really just finishing up the repairs and dealing with the cosmetic stuff at this point, but he is out of the woods.
Okay.
And and outside of the game, I didn't tell you guys this because I wanted this to be for effect, but I only was going to give you 2 tasks to fix him. Otherwise, he would have died on your table, and your surgery savant saved you.
Wow.
So yes. And then we'll head to the bridge for all the calls the captain is about to get. And we'll start with DeGrasse.
Away team to Expedition.
What's your status, away team?
Well, Captain Mendrox pulled off another miracle. He stabilized the warp core, so ship's going to remain intact. Bad news, though. We attempted to recover the logs from what appeared to be an engagement, supposedly with a Ferengi vessel. But the logs have been deleted. There's apparently no way to recover them.
Continue your investigation on the ship, and tell Mendrock good work. Let me know if you need anything else.
Of course, Captain. Will do.
Lieutenant On, begin a sensor sweep for any warp trails leading away from the Tellarite vessel.
Aye, Captain.
Doc, you could probably report up with the news as well.
Jim, doing that scan, would that be reason science or?
I'll come back to your deal, Nadan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick bay to the captain.
Go ahead, Doctor.
The injured Klingon's out of the woods for now. It's going to take a little bit to get him all cleaned up, but he's out of the woods for now.
Were there more than one?
Just the one. There was 3 total Klingons, but just the one wounded.
I'll be down there in a minute. I wish to speak to our new guest.
So Nadan, yours is just going to take time. That's why I said we'll come back to yours. So you're working on the captain's orders. We'll just come back to resolve that.
Mr. Casey, the bridge is yours.
Hi, Captain.
And the captain's gonna head down to sick bay.
Okay. All right. So while this is going on too, I'm going to stick with the captain. But what's DeGrasse? What are you and your team doing? Just so I kind of get an idea of what you may or may not find on the ship.
So, per the captain's direction, we're going to do as much research as we can on the ship itself, looking for any evidence that we can gather regarding, the explosives used, the parts of the ship that was attacked, since it's a freighter, any cargo of interest, anything like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so basically forensics.
Just so I get an idea of where you're at, where you're looking.
Awesome.
All right, and then we'll stick with the captain, just entering the sick bay.
Yeah, she'll head over to where the Klingons are at.
All right, Captain, you enter the door, and one of the Klingons says, "Thank you, Doctor. This Klingon warrior will not enter Stovacor on this day." It was that one that talked.
Indeed. Good work, Doctor. I am Captain Israel Prax, captain of the Federation Starship Expedition.
Captain Prax, I am Torg. This here is Orak, and he points to this one. And the warrior lying in bed that allowed himself to be wounded is Larg.
I'm sure after a well-spent rest, he will be ready to fight again. If you don't mind, I wish to ask you some questions.
Of course, Captain.
What were you doing on a Tellarite freighter?
We procured passage on their freighter.
I see. And do you know who attacked them after leaving Klingon space so quickly?
According to their outdated sensors, it was a Ferengi vessel. They demanded that they turn over their cargo, and they asked us for help defending themselves.
You did them a great honor then.
We are Klingons, Captain. We live for the battle.
Were they indeed Ferengi who you did battle with on the ship, or Was there other hired mercenaries?
Oh, they never boarded our ship, Captain. As I'm sure you no doubt know, the freighter is not heavily armed. It's armed with outdated missile technology. And so we had to use cunning in this battle as opposed to brute force. So we informed the Ferengi that we would stop our vessel and allow them to get close. And the moment the Ferengi vessel dropped their shields, we pounced on them, hitting them with a volley of their missiles. It was a brilliant strategy. And it was a glorious victory for us, worthy of song and drink.
I suppose, but there's no wreckage of another vessel in the area. We only found the freighter. And you.
We were able to warp away. However, the systems were too badly damaged to keep us in warp for long. I'm sure if you search, you will find the wreckage along our previous warp path.
Was this in Klingon space?
We have been traveling inside Federation space for some time, Captain.
Very well. It is regrettable we did not find any of the additional crew members on board the ship. Apparently, the three of you are the only survivors.
Yes, Tellarites are not as hardy as us Klingons.
I'm sure there are a few Tellarite crew members on board the ship would disagree with you, but you did survive to fight another day. If you excuse me, I am going to go on the hunt for a Ferengi vessel. Thank you.
If you find it, Captain, you be sure to let us know. We must make them pay for attacking the Klingon Empire.
Just raises an eyebrow like, it's a Tellarite vessel. That's okay.
He meant that for they attacking them.
Yeah, but yeah. We'll let you know if we require your assistance. So then,
In the meantime, Captain, we have gone a while without food or drink. And I'm sure we do require rest.
I will assign some guest quarters for you, and I'm sure Bob might have something for you in the lounge. I might set aside your appetite.
The amenities on these Starfleet vessels never cease to amaze me, Captain. Perhaps I might sign up for duty on one of these vessels for all these creature comforts.
I would not think a Klingon such as yourself would find these creature comforts a rather distraction rather than... But...
It will be a challenge for sure, but us Klingons live for challenge.
Indeed. Kapla.
Kapla, Captain.
She's gonna go back to the bridge. Oh, Doctor, get with Ops to have for their assigned quarters.
Understood, Captain.
All right, back back on the vessel. So you're looking forensics. So what exactly are you looking for? You said you were looking for what explosives were used. Anything else I need to add to the list?
Yeah, so the nature of the explosives, maybe the parts of the ship that were targeted. And then I would imagine they would also want to swing by the cargo hold, see what was in cargo. And then finally, probably the bridge.
Okay. All right. So, for the nature of the explosives, I am probably going to need an insight security roll. We'll make it a diff 2 for that one. For the parts of the ships that were targeted, I'm going to need an insight engineering difficulty 2. And the cargo holds and bridge we can get to after you do those 2 rolls.
Hmm. Yeah, let's give me just one sec. I'll see what Boris has. Or
I have a 14 for insight engineering.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was checking out insight security
Oh yeah, go ahead.
for that first roll. But no, by all means, go ahead. We'll probably get some more momentum from your roll. So
Feel free to hail them if you need to, Captain.
Commander de Grasswood, I'm heading back to the bridge now. If you would like, I can send Commander Casey over to assist in your investigation.
that would be very welcome, Captain. Thank you.
Expedition out.
A few moments later, Casey appears.
Commander.
Oh, Casey, we can certainly use your help down here.
Indeed. What exactly are you hoping to find or are looking for?
Well, first we were looking to ascertain the nature of these explosions, these blasts to the ship.
I see. Well, there should be some sort of indications of what type of weapon inflicted this damage. I guess I'll take a look. GM, am I able to from the interior check the like the damage to see if there's any indication of what type of weapon caused it at least?
Yeah. So yeah, so it'd be insight security diff 2.
Shipboard weapon systems for a focus?
Yeah.
I'll generate 1 threat per 3rd dice as well.
Damn. Get 2 momentum. All right. Should I? Yeah, I'll type this out to Casey. Sorry for all the spelling errors, but I think they're close. All right. And then the next roll was what system? Well, actually, Casey could probably answer that here in a minute for the next one.
Sorry, I'm just maybe I'm a little confused. It's the ship's own weapon systems that cause the damage. Okay. Commander, it doesn't appear that the ship was actually attacked or hit from an external force. It appears that the damage was caused by blowback from the ship's own missiles, its own defensive armaments.
Huh. Is this a common occurrence? I wouldn't imagine so.
I would think not as well, Commander. Of course, this older technology is unreliable at best, but a weapon system's not particularly, any good to you if it just does more damage to yourself than the enemy.
Oh, I should clarify what I wrote. So when I meant blowback, it was it took damage from its own weapons when it hit the other ship.
So it's like
Mm.
ricochet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the explosions happened to the other ship when it was in close range, and the explosion off the other ship damaged their ship.
I see. You will. Yeah.
So the commander will rephrase his question and ask, Casey, would that imply that they were? I mean, I would imagine they would be pretty desperate to fire at that range.
Yeah, Yes, Commander. The engagement must have happened at quite close quarters, I would imagine. Perhaps I could run some calculations here and determine the range at which this engagement occurred.
Yes, please do so.
Is that something I can determine, GM?
Insight, security, diff 3.
Same focus? Because it's
Yeah. Increased
calculation
complication though
complete.
for this one.
Okay. I'll generate a threat, and I'll spend that momentum I generated last time. I'll roll 4 dice. Say it's not super good.
You get 1 momentum back, so you get 3. So this damage, they would have had to have been close, like closer than close range.
Commander, this would be the shipboard equivalent of point blank fire. It was a very close engagement, much closer than I've seen really any starship combat conducted.
Yeah, might mean they were surprised or very desperate.
Do you have any other leads, sir?
Well, the 3 Klingons that we had to emergency evac mentioned a Ferengi vessel appeared to be the aggressor. Do you find anything consistent with that?
Probably there's a Ferengi vessel penny floating around somewhere.
Well, it doesn't appear that if the Ferengi vessel did attack, that it caused any damage to this vessel. It appears something in our story doesn't add up.
Yeah, that does sound odd, and there's no record of the battle in their systems either. It's been deleted. So
GM, I'm remembering that correctly, right?
What's that?
The Klingon said that Ferengi vessel was the aggressor.
Yes.
Okay, and that they had arrived like on a Klingon vessel to aid the freighter.
He did not tell you that.
Okay.
perhaps we should look in the cargo and see what the thing you wanted.
The captain has part of the story. You have a part of the story.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I remember.
Yeah, the only thing the Klingon told you was that they were attacked by Ferengi, and he asked for the status of them.
Gotcha. Yes, let's head to the cargo bay. I'm curious. And as they're walking there, DeGrasse will just ask Casey. So, am I to assume that the blowback from these missiles is what caused essentially all of the damage on the freighter?
Well, it certainly caused the damage that I could detect. Perhaps Commander Mendrug would have some more insight into this, but I do find it potentially suspicious that a ricochet would cause so much damage so as to result in a warp core containment failure or near failure.
Yeah. GM, that brings up a good question that does this vessel not have any shields? And what actually caused the warp core to overload? Was it damage from this?
It was damage, yes, and it does have shields. Minimal shielding, but it does.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So
Did
while you
we-
guys are walking to the cargo bay and dealing with that, we'll head back to the bridge, where the captain steps on. Nadine, we'll go ahead and do your role now.
Okay.
All right, so this is going to be a Reason Science, base difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's sensors science. So it'll be a diff 2. And we just need the ship sensor science. All right, gain a momentum.
Cool.
Should be in your messages, Nadam.
Okay. Captain, I can trace their warp trail back to some debris, but I can't from this distance tell what it is in the debris field.
How far away?
Approximately half a light year, Captain.
Understood. Expedition to away team.
Away team here.
Commander, we managed to find a debris field not too far from here. What's the status of your investigation?
We're still conducting the investigation, but from what Mr. Casey here says, it looks like this vessel experienced some blowback from their own weapon systems. He said they might have launched missiles at point-blank range. We just arrived at the cargo hold. Looks like cargo is typical cargo that you would expect from this freighter. Some food supplies, medical supplies, nothing particularly interesting.
Nothing to warrant a piracy threat.
I wouldn't think so. All looks pretty standard, Captain. Not sure the Ferengi would be interested in any of this. I mean, I know they're all about profit, but there doesn't seem to be anything that would be profitable here.
Some of this is not adding up. Once your investigation is complete, go ahead and beam back to the ship and report to me on the bridge.
Understood, Captain. We should be pretty close.
Expedition out.
Incoming hail, Captain.
Location?
It's from a Klingon ship, Captain.
On screen.
I am Captain Kolos. Do you have a Torg aboard your ship?
First, may I ask what your intentions are?
Torg is a fugitive charged with the murder of several Klingons and the destruction of one of our ships. We demand they be turned over to us. We will arrive in 30 minutes. I expect the fugitives to be ready for transport then.
I will need to see some documentation on this. Before I
You
begin.
have 30 minutes. Kolos out. Captain, that Klingon ship just entered an intercept course.
Ops, put me through to the nearest starbase.
What would be the nearest starbase?
It's probably 27.
It's actually K7.
That's civilian, so
So it'd be starbase 2. Because if your ship is here, got the starbase there, starbase 11 there, E7 is all the way down there.
okay. I guess Starbase 2.
This is Commander Sands. What can I do for you, Captain?
Commander, do you happen to have any aligned to the Klingon Empire?
I'm sure I can run something up through our diplomatic corps. What's the problem, Captain?
I apparently have in my possession are 3 Klingon fugitives wanted for murder, and I have a Klingon vessel on an intercept course with me, arriving within 30 minutes. I need to verify that these individuals are indeed fugitives of the Klingon Empire before I hand them over.
We'll get our diplomats on working on it right away, Captain.
Thank you.
I'll get you something as soon as we hear back.
Expedition out.
Channel closed.
Lieutenant, did that warp? I'm assuming the warp trail headed from Klingon space.
Where did it head? In what direction was it headed, Jim? That's correct, Captain.
Bridge to sickbay.
Doctor here.
Doctor, what is the status of your Klingon patients?
Give me just a second, Captain. I'll know here in just a moment.
Sent you a message.
My patient is currently stable, but he is unconscious right now.
Keep him that way. Doctor, what about the other 2?
They're in their quarters, last I knew, Captain. Good grief, I'm trying to remember who gave him quarters.
Well, I ordered them to have some quarters. I just want to make sure that they're there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. Bridge out. Is it Shakafrath, this ground girl? Security officer?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with Trog, with one of the security officers accompanying me.
Could always call Casey back.
I could, but he's over there.
Could play musical Casey tonight.
It is a classic game.
Yeah, I might need some help from Casey. So soon as the commander and Casey gets back. Yeah, but the speed things along, Jim. Are they done over there?
The only thing they have left to check is the bridge, but they're not going to find anything on the bridge.
It's a little meta, but
Yeah, sometimes you just got to move things along.
For the feedback.
yeah, let's have them beam back.
And what are we doing with the twilight vessel? Just leaving it?
I mean, you also got to think if you do have a Klingon vessel coming,
Yeah.
do you really want them over there?
I really don't. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
So, like, I could see that going, Commander, we have a Klingon vessel inbound. Get your ass back here.
DeGrasse will turn to Casey and say, Casey, do you think that we can arm this freighter to help the expedition out? Totally joking, by the way. So DeGrasse will tap his comm badge and just say, what is it, 4 to beam out?
Yep. I'll waive any transport.
Yep.
And they could all be coming back on the bridge. And probably going to engineering. Unless Mendruk wants to go to the bridge. I don't know where you want to go.
I'll head to engineering, Leslie. Captain.
No, Commander or Mendruk, I want you to lock down main engineering.
Worried about sabotage?
I'm worried about someone taking over the ship.
Yep. No secure engineering them. Lock it down.
Commander Casey and Shagathrath, you are with me. Commander DeGrasse, you have the bridge. No unauthorized personnel on board the bridge.
Understood.
Just getting the scene set up. We will go to a new scene. We'll throw you guys just outside of their quarters.
Yeah, chime the door.
Enter!
Steps forward.
Ah, Captain! Come join us. We have gawk and some blood wine from your food dispenser.
Perhaps later. I have some further questions for you. We managed to locate the debris field in question.
Ah, so they were destroyed in our volley.
To say the least. However, there's some curious questions. Could you describe to me how you destroyed the vessel? Well, tell me a tale of your battle. My security officers would love to hear it. Your ingenuity.
Come, sit, warriors. I will tell you a tale of glorious battle with blood wine. Come. They try to make room for you in the chairs.
Captain will sit just to not make it tense in the room.
Was a glorious battle, Captain. We were on their Stellarite freighter when out of nowhere a Ferengi marauder dropped out of warp and demanded that they surrender their cargo to him. The Tellarites, not wanting to give up their cargo, asked us, the honorable Klingon warriors, if there were anything we can do to help them prepare for the battle. Looking over their weapon systems, and I knew that we were outmatched and outgunned. But I came up with a brilliant strategy. We would hail the Ferengi vessel, informing them of our surrender, and we would let them come in close. And the moment when they were to beam our cargo aboard their ship, that, Captain, is when we struck. We fired every single missile that we could muster out of that freighter at the Ferengi Marauder vessel. And from the sensors, I knew that we have struck critical blows to several of their key systems. They fled from the battle shortly after that, of course. And we took some damage in the process, but we were victorious. It was a glorious victory, Captain.
I see, and the Tellarite captain was bowed before your superior, tactical mind.
The Tellarite captain is no warrior. He did not know how to properly defend his vessel against a ship like that.
Curious, do you know what they were hauling? We had some trouble finding some records of that. I was curious as to why a Ferengi Marauder wished to hijack a Tellarite freighter.
You would have to ask them, Captain. I don't know the inner workings of the Ferengi mind.
Well, Ferengi, they like to make profit, and if they can't make profit, then they don't really typically engage in conflict. In fact, most Ferengi really don't like combat, for at least my encounters with them.
Perhaps they saw this vessel as an easy mark.
Indeed. Well, your tactic, from my understanding, had the most unfortunate side effect of nearly destroying your ship as well, including them. It's quite reckless.
Aye, but it worked.
Well, if it wasn't for us, you might not be here right now.
That is true. Had you not stumbled upon our wrecked ship, we would be at the gate of Stovacor right now.
So, you were merely passengers aboard. Tell me, where are you heading to?
We're heading to a security conference on Solest 9.
Is there a security conference off the top of my head at Solus 9?
You wouldn't know off the top of your head, no.
Yeah. Well, this ship is very fast. I would be delighted to get you to Solus 9, and maybe I could attend this security conference with you.
Would be honored for you to escort us to the conference, Captain. I'm sure your warriors here would enjoy learning from some of the best warriors of the Klingon Empire.
Though, if you were heading to this security conference, I would imagine you would secure passage on another vessel. Why a Tellarite vessel?
The Empire could not spare ships to ferry us at this moment.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Sure.
Deception for a focus?
I don't think so, because I don't think you're being deceptive.
No, him being deceptive. Like, I'm trying to see if he's, like, telling the truth.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
What's my difficulty? Or is it opposed?
It will be opposed.
Well, one threat, two momentum then. I'll reroll the 0. Still be
So, Captain, you get the feeling that, other than the typical Klingon embellishments, the last couple of minutes, you kind of been noticing some of their body language change. They've been kind of glancing at each other. Oh, you get a momentum, by the way.
Well, if you excuse me, gentlemen, enjoy your gah and blood wine. I do have other duties to attend to.
Very good, Captain. And if you want to hear more tales of our glorious battle, be sure to come back. Sure, we can replicate more of this blood wine from your replicators.
Well, I would offer you the good stuff. Chancellor Martok gave me several cases of very good year vintage of blood wine, but unfortunately a certain commanding officer used all of it.
Perhaps another time then, Captain.
Perhaps.
When we arrive at Solus 9.
And with that, we're going to exit the quarters, and I'm going to look to Casey. Have these quarters sealed, and they do not leave.
Yes, Captain. Quite the story they've spun up.
Sometimes the greatest lives are within half-truths.
Indeed.
Keep your eye out, Commander.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm gonna head back to the bridge.
Casey and Sir Shakrith staying there?
Oh yeah, they're technically house arrest right now.
Without telling them they're in house arrest.
Yes, like because I don't want a fight in the quarters or anyone dying.
Oh, well, the Klingon ship is about 15 minutes out at this point.
Maintain our alert status, Commander.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, we'll bring Conan to the bridge. Any word from Starbase 2?
GM, any word?
Not yet.
Not yet, Captain.
Commander, why don't you contact Solus 9 and get their itinerary for the next few weeks? Looking to see if there's a security conference there.
Business or pleasure, Captain?
More like an investigation.
I'll get right on that. And DeGrasse will head to his office and check it out.
Okay. Exo's office.
Yep.
What random alien can I grab? There's got to be an alien somewhere. There we go. We'll double that one. This is Governor Terrell.
Yes, Governor Terrell. This is Commander DeGrasse, the USS Expedition. Are you aware of any security conferences that are taking place on your planet anytime soon?
There is no security conference scheduled.
Okay. Have there ever been any security conferences scheduled at your planet?
This is a Aguarian world, Commander.
Understood. Well, thank you for your brief time. I really appreciate it.
And she gives the Vulcan nod.
DeGrasse will head back out to the bridge and inform the captain. Captain, unfortunately, there doesn't appear to be Any security conferences? Seems to be a rather agrarian world.
I figured as much. Maintain station keeping. We do have guests on the way. Ops, pull up you can any records on a Commander, is it Kronos, the other Klingon who's on his way?
That is Loros. Kolos.
Kolos.
Who's searching for it? Oh, Ops.
Ops or whoever.
So his record is he's basically been serving in the Klingon Defense Forces his whole career. He's been captain for a decade, veteran of the Dominion War. Currently on border duty.
What house is he part of? Is he House of None?
He's actually not in the house. He just serves in the Defense Force.
House of None it is.
Like, how like people without houses tend to go in the Defense Forces just so they can have some type of honor.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations.
Yeah, he's House of None, so it's usually what they do. Or serve another house for glory.
Yeah, basically. His house is the Klingon Empire.
Hell, move us closer to that debris field. Let's see if we can get a scan of it before our rendezvous with the Klingons.
Aye, Captain. So I'll give Nidan a roll here to try to do it from range, since you are closer. You probably won't get all the way there before you rendezvous with, but
Okay, let's roll.
this is going to be a difficulty 4, reason science, says by sensor science, and this will have already been adjusted.
Difficulty 4, you say?
Yes. Plus, this gives you an opportunity to use your momentum.
Does testing a theory and theory into practice apply because I've already scanned at this item?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because that was the last row was trying to find the debris. This is trying to figure out what it is.
All right.
Plus, if you did that, I don't think you get your determination.
Yeah. Their story's pretty sus. It'll be pretty extraordinary, so I'm gonna use my determination on my value of it as well to be skeptical of extraordinary findings.
Yep. Works for me.
Alrighty. And then I will spend the necessary momentum to get to roll 3 dice plus having spent a momentum.
So 2 momentum, I think, is what you want to spend.
Yeah.
Well, ship already got you 1. Determination. Yep, there it is. 6, so you get 2 momentum back.
Cool. Captain, it's a Cavort class ship.
A Klingon bird of prey.
Yes, Captain, definitely Klingon.
Well, I don't think this Klingon's going to Stovercore anytime soon. So, Commander, have security be posted in sickbay.
Understood, Captain. I'll have it done. And DeGrasse will communicate with the necessary security personnel.
Go ahead and give me a presence security. Diff 2. Unless you just want to give me 2 momentum.
I'll roll for it. Take a momentum. Persuasion for a focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gain a momentum. And from your council, DeGrasse, security teams have been deployed.
All right, Captain. Security teams deployed.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Wait for the Klingon ship.
Yep.
All right, a few minutes go.
On screen.
We are arriving in 5 minutes, Captain. Are the fugitives prepared?
They are currently secured, though. If you don't mind, Captain Kolos, I would like to know what they are being charged for. You are in Federation space.
They are charged with the murder of several Klingon warriors and the destruction of a Klingon bird of prey. We demand that you turn them over in accordance with the Kittimer Accords. If not, I will take them by force.
Understood. However, did these men kill other Klingon warriors? I am aware of one destruction of a Klingon bird of prey within Federation space, though it did attack a Tellarite vessel. These fugitives are also responsible for the death of a Tellarite crew, people who are a member of this government.
That Klingon ship was destroyed trying to apprehend those fugitives.
And how do I know you're not here to jailbreak them? I need to see official documentation that these individuals are wanted by your government. And I need to verify those documents. Bureaucracy, Captain.
I will send you the documents, but know this, Captain. Should we ever cross paths again, it will not be pleasant for you. And he turns off the communication.
Were you able to get a manifest of the Trill vessel, Commander?
Of the Tellarite vessel?
Oh, sorry, yeah, the Tellarite vessel.
GM, I don't remember specifically targeting that. Were we able to?
The manifest of the Trill vessel?
Sorry, the
Or
Tellarite.
Tellarite vessel.
Tellarite freighter.
You never got that.
Did you get a name? Do you know the
Oh,
name
the
of
Tellarite, no. No, you could just make one up.
It should be in the Federation database for under that freighter. Might be able to pull a manifest of everybody, of the captain and crew.
Okay, Captain. And yeah, DeGrasse will look up the manifest for the freighter.
All right. And then I sent Nadon something.
Sorry, I'm not sure I follow what the message says. What are listed?
If I could type properly tonight.
Oh, okay. Captain, we've received the documents. Klingons are listed as wanted.
Let's verify that with those orders with Starbase 2. The Klingon captain, Kolos, will just have to wait for his prisoners. Yeah, I want to know how many actual Trill died. Or not Trill. Tellarites that died on that freighter.
About 10.
10.
Yeah, you would have seen all the bodies, about 10.
Well, Commander DeGrasse, do you wish to do the honors of informing our guests that they will no longer be staying here and we'll be handing them over to the Klingons for punishment? Though, I suppose we could also file charges against them, hijacking a Federation freighter, the murder of 10 Tellarite crew members aboard said freighter, as well as engaging in piracy within the Federation. I believe there's a long list of crimes.
Well, Captain, of course the choice is yours, but I can't help but shake the feeling that they might not have their lives for long if we turn them over to the Klingons.
We also risk a diplomatic incident with them if we don't turn them over either. Let's begin the appropriate paperwork for charging them with said crimes.
Okay, Captain. Do you want me to start on the paperwork, or would you like me to go and inform our guests?
Let's start with the paperwork and then probably maybe present them with the option.
Understood, Captain. With pleasure. And yeah, DeGrasse will, I guess, go back to his office and begin writing up the paperwork.
All right. At this point, Ops will say, Captain, Klingon ship dropping out of warp. They're hailing again.
On screen.
Really just should have put this in. Oop, wrong. We have arrived at your location, Captain. We are prepared to receive the fugitives. Are they ready?
Currently, we are charging them on 10 counts of murder of Federation Facilian, acts of piracy, as well as commandeering a civilian Federation vessel, as well as the unwanted destruction of one of your vessels within Federation space. They are technically currently in our custody and will be tried for crimes against the Federation. Now, we could go about this jointly, or we could squabble and debate over this through subspace and diplomatic communication lines.
Unacceptable. The Kittimore Accords clearly state any fugitives caught in each other's territory will be extradited. Now, I want those fugitives, and I want them now, Captain.
They are wanted for crimes in both territories, Captain.
Are
If
you
they
denying us our legal rights?
I am not denying your legal rights. I am simply wishing to not compound a problem that will unfortunately result in bad relations between our two governments.
I grow tired of this game, Captain.
I
want those fugitives transported to my ship in 10 minutes, or else I open fire.
And if you open fire, Captain, with all due respect, you'll be declaring war on the Federation.
He closed the channel. Right after he gave the threat, he closed the channel.
What is the nearest Klingon outpost? Or, well, starbase?
I don't know if it is listed on this map.
Boreth.
If Boreth is a planet, it'd be there.
Yeah, it's a planet. Ops, open communication to the Klingon government.
And on screen will appear another Klingon. It says Counselor Ling.
Counselor, thank you for taking my subspace message here. I currently am dealing with 3 Klingon fugitives that are on board my vessel who's also committed crimes within the Federation territory. I have one of your captains, Captain Kolos, threatening to destroy my vessel. In doing so, he will unfortunately have the unfortunate side effect of declaring war against Starfleet and the Federation. I wish to handle this matter diplomatically and ensure that we both can come to agreement that proper punishment will befall these 3 fugitives.
The fugitives will face punishment in a Klingon court.
Are you aware of these fugitives? And I'll say their names.
I am. Who do you think sent Kolos out to retrieve them?
What did they do, Chancellor?
They denied Klingon warriors honorable death by killing them in their sleep. And while trying to apprehend them, destroyed a Klingon bird of prey.
You were saying these 3 are assassins?
Nothing so prestigious. They are lowly Pataks who will not face honor in the next life.
I'm well aware of your Klingon religion and how they will probably go to Grethor.
We will deny them the warrior's death that they denied the others.
I'm sure your captain, well, once firing upon my vessel, if this vessel is destroyed, I'm sure it will give them the honorable death that they so want.
Captain Kolos has his orders to retrieve the fugitives at all cost.
At all costs is declaring war against Starfleet and the Federation. How do you
From where I sit, Captain, you are the one denying the Khitomer Accords here.
I don't believe the Klingon Accords declare such rights, especially when they're wanted in both territories.
We have the extradited papers that I have confirmed with my captain he sent you. Now I expect you to follow them in accordance with the Accords.
I cut the communication.
Communication is cut?
What's the nearest Federation starship? Sorry, nearest Starfleet vessel.
The nearest ship is 2 days away, Captain.
I'm going to head down and talk to our Klingon friends one more time before I escort them to the transporter room. Mr. Casey, how are our Klingon guests?
GM, have they figured out they're under arrest yet?
If you're just standing out there, you wouldn't know that.
chimes.
but no. Okay.
But Casey, high or low?
High roller. Go big or go home. I guess.
Okay, Captain chimes the door.
Open this door.
And Captain, as
Oh, I
soon
don't.
as
No, I didn't step in. I said open the door.
Oh, okay. To Casey, probably.
No, I just wanted the door open, and I'm going to tell Trog, if you do not come stand here immediately, I will be forced to gas this room and hand you over to your empire. There is an extradition order for your arrest. So unless you start telling me what's going on, I will have no choice but to hand you over. And if you'd like to go through 750 of my officers, you may go right ahead. I'm pretty sure you will not be. I'm pretty sure you will be defeated easily.
Difficulty 3, presence command.
Persuasion for a focus.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend my determination on this just in case. Responsibility to the truth. Actually, just diffuse detention apply here.
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind determination spend. That gives me a bonus die. One threat and one momentum. Re-rolling the comp.
Dear God.
2 1s. Holy crap. That's
5
8.
momentum.
I flipped.
Do not listen to anything those Klingons have to say, Captain. We are merely political prisoners, framed for crimes we did not commit.
Told you killed 3 individuals in their sleep.
Does that sound like the actions of a honorable Klingon?
No, it doesn't. It sounds like you would be going to Grethor and not Stovercore for those actions. What political ideology are you preaching into the Empire?
I don't have an ideologically words. I don't follow politics, Captain. I'm an honorable warrior.
You just told me that you're being framed for political reasons. I need to know why.
I did not say I am not without enemies.
I'm sure there are many Klingons who have enemies throughout the Empire of each other. I need to know the story. All of it. If you want my help or not, because right now you are facing potentially 10 counts of murder here, as well as piracy actions within the Federation.
Can everyone here give me insight security difficulty 2?
Observation for focus.
Yeah.
Take a threat.
I'm gonna spend a momentum. All of the flow. Someone want to roll for Shakathrath?
Just use 2 float and she could have it.
Okay, that's fine. There's more than enough.
So all 3 of you, as you are talking, start hearing a wind up of something from this direction.
Close the door.
And moments later, a large explosion happens in this wall. And out steps the first Klingon warrior. I'll spend 2 threat to have them go first. And he raises a disruptor right at Shashakrith.
Okay. Wonder how they got that on board. But
Oh, I'll explain that all in good time.
that's an interesting hiding spot I don't want to know.
Ooh. Well, it hits, and there's a complication. Uh, 6 coming at Shashakrith.
Is this lethal?
Oh, I do have a momentum. Yeah, I'll spend it for lethal.
Well, we'll just spend the 2 momentum to avoid the injury.
Okay. It will pass to you.
Casey, do your magic.
Yep. Do you want me to go to lethal? They kind of like open Pandora's box.
Yes,
Then
by
we
all
won't
means,
have a diplomatic incident.
go lethal. By all means.
All right. Cool. No diplomatic incident.
Actually,
If we just execute them ourselves. But then they go to Stovacor if we kill them in battle.
Don't go lethal. You shoot for stud.
Ah, god damn it. So close.
I love the conundrum here.
On one hand, no to
Grethar
incident. On
they
the other
go.
hand, they don't go to Stovacor. Yeah. So, are they close enough for area?
No. They're behind walls and stuff.
Charge for vicious.
Like he's harder to hit, so it wouldn't affect him.
Okay.
You want to spend
so
it
do
on...
they both just?
In fact, he's impossible to hit.
Yeah, he's in the room still. He is. Yeah. You probably just want to charge for vicious and then spend momentum for aim, and then whatever else dice you want to spend.
Right.
Oh wait, you had to. I'm assuming his phaser was still drawn. Mine wasn't. I know that. But
Whose?
Casey's and Shakathrath because they were on.
Probably. I'll say yeah.
We were guarding the captain, so I'd imagine
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yep, so it's diff 3 to hit him? Or is it diff 2, sorry?
Diff 2 for this
one. Take a threat. Here. Yeah, sorry, charging for vicious. Yeah, that's sad.
9, huh? So it'd be 8.
So I'll spend a momentum and reroll 3. See if I can get that.
Does that take him down?
So to use their determination, I have to spend threat, correct?
3 threat, yes.
Okay.
Unless they do it to stay up?
Yeah.
Then no.
All right.
It doesn't.
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything really.
So you hit him square in the chest, and him being the strong Klingon warrior he is, attempts to shrug it off. And you can see that he's still very much in the fight, but he's, he took a hit.
Okay, I'll shoot him again.
You have like the fire at will or whatever.
Yeah. So 2 momentum for bonus action or swift task. Sorry.
Dear God, 3
Got
momentum.
that. Okay.
Fire
Sorry,
again.
I generated a threat there as well. I think I forgot to declare that.
I count 9.
And this Klingon, you hit again. You hit 2 quick shots in quick suggestion into his chest, and he falls down, and he's not moving.
Cool. Let the other one come out, I guess.
And
avoid close quarters.
yeah, so you guys pass, right?
Let's keep.
So I think it's Casey Swift test. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's keep. So I don't think you don't have quick action. I keep forgetting.
I don't have quick action now.
Let's have Shkrafeth go. Who wants to play her?
I could play her. Assuming folks can hear me.
Yep. Nadon wants to shoot some phasers tonight.
I just need to find her.
Really, all she needs to do is do prepare minor action and wait. You know.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
Because if he steps out, then we shoot him.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so you're just preparing?
Yep.
Okay. So you hear Tor give out this loud bellow of a Klingon roar. Runs out to pick up the disruptor.
This is where Shkrafeth shoots him.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
First, let me make the task roll here that he's doing. Okay. Just so I know what I'm dealing with here. All right. You may fire when ready.
Probably want to spend 2 momentum, 1 to aim and 1 for extra minor. Well, both for extra minor, 1 to aim and 1 to charge for vicious.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And I think she's bold security.
Sick. Yes, she does have bold security.
Okay, you probably want to give the GM 1 threat to roll 3 dice, but she has Deadeye Marksman, so they reduce the difficulty by 1.
Yeah. So I'll do that. I think that's it. And that was control security, right? Or was it daring?
Control.
Perfect.
All right, gain a momentum. Shoot that phaser.
And then where? Ah, there it is. And then how many dice are rolled?
If you just scroll down the sheet next to the weapon, you should just be able to hit the Starfleet icon and it rolls it for you.
Okay.
You're right.
And
It's
it's
the
a
type 2. The one that's the type 2.
perfect. Aw.
Um,
6.
So you probably want to re-roll 5 challenge dice.
Yeah, I think I do. For freak.
Oh,
The
it's,
dice hate me today.
it's 8 total technically because of vicious for the charge.
Yeah.
Yep. Which after their resistance is 1. Or sorry, is 1 less. So same thing. You shoot him right in the side as he's trying to bend over and pick up the weapon, and he just lets out a large grunt.
Doesn't go down.
No. He's a Klingon.
So I guess he's spending his determination to stay up.
Sure is.
Question is he swift tasking or not?
Well, it's still his turn, so
Well, he did a fitness thing, right?
yeah.
Okay.
But remember, because of her prepare, it interrupts him, so he still gets to finish what he's doing. And so he picks up the weapon and continues to run down the corridor in that direction. And turns a corner. So, gotta go chase.
Oh man. Okay. So it's back to me.
Yes.
Taps your comm badge. Captain to transporter room.
Go ahead, Captain.
Lock on the Klingon that is in corridor Alpha 3 on deck 17 that is currently running. Have him transported to the brig.
Aye, Captain. And so I'll use this as a captain's direct.
Yes.
So whoever wants to give that transporter roll, it should just be a difficulty 1.
Not from side 2 side. It's actually base 4.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it'd
yeah,
be 2.
yeah. So
It would be 2.
You're right. You are right. I missed one.
Matthews. Yeah, whoever wants to roll for Matthews.
Oh, I thought we had Sokolov active. Sorry, I had this character sheet open.
Matthews and Sokov have been active.
I can just roll for Sokolov then if you want.
Whoever is in there.
It'd be Matthews.
Because Matthews was on the transporter room today, so.
Yep.
I can roll for Matthews. What's the roll?
Control engineering.
Okay. I believe you said diff 2.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take a momentum.
He's bold engineering. But
Oh, gotcha.
I still got it.
So Matthews will say, Captain, your Klingon is in the brig.
I did the direct, so sorry.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh my god, 19. No momentum gained. No conflict. Brig confirm.
We got him, Captain.
He is armed. Please disarm him immediately.
Oh, the transport disables weapons.
That's why I was like curious as to why they.
There's a reason for that. I'll explain after the game.
Sick bay, captain to sick bay. Patient needs immediate medical attention.
On my way.
Casey, go to the brig and make sure he is secured. Captain to bridge.
GM, has DeGrasse finished his paperwork yet?
Well, as soon as the captain left and the firing started, you probably went up to the bridge.
Bridge here, Captain.
Notify Captain Kolos that we'll be handing him over as soon as we deliver medical attention to said Klingon warriors. I'm sure he wants his prisoners healthy and intact for what is about to happen to them.
Understood, Captain. Hope everything's okay down there.
For the moment.
I'll let him know right away.
Thank you, Commander.
And DeGrasse will hail the Klingon vessel and relay what the captain said.
You could tell that the Klingon's very annoyed, and he probably doesn't want to wait too much longer, but he'll wait. But we have that to deal with.
Okay. Captain, there's nothing I can do for him. He's gone.
Well, that is unfortunate. Prepare his body for transport.
Understood.
And Mr. Casey Sharkrath, head to the brig and prepare our Klingon for transport to the Klingon vessel, along with the one that is currently in sickbay. And,
Yes, Captain.
Aye.
and I'm heading to the bridge.
Captain, I relayed your message to the Klingon captain. He seems impatient.
You cut out.
Degrassi still there?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird.
I didn't hear you cut out, so.
Yeah, so DeGrasse was just telling the captain that he relayed the message to the Klingon captain, and that the Klingon captain seems impatient.
Open hailing frequencies to the Klingon vessel.
I really should have just put this guy on the view screen tabs.
Just put him on the GM layer and then flop him back and forth.
Yeah, that's true too.
Captain Kolos will be handing over two Klingon individuals who are still alive. One is currently dead. Fortunately, he died while trying to escape. The other one is getting some minor treatments done before we send him on his way to whatever fate awaits him. But keep in mind, we will be filing our own extradition orders. He did fire upon Starfleet personnel as well as killed other Federation civilians. Inform your chancellor who got your orders from that he will be speaking to Federation diplomats soon on the matter.
That's fine. Let the politicians deal with the matter.
For once, I would agree with you, Captain Kolos. Please stand by. We will hand them over shortly.
We await the transport. Kapla, Captain.
Kapla. And GM, I would like to create an advantage here that I'm going to make this Chancellor's life a living hell for what he's done. Through the diplomatic corps.
Okay, I'll give you a diff 5.
Never underestimate your opponent, or doesn't believe in a no-win scenario.
I don't think so.
By reason or by force. I try to be reasonable with these people, but now I'm going to force this extradition down their throat.
That one's fine.
You said presence command?
Yeah.
Persuasion, negotiation.
Because you're trying to persuade your diplomats to take this up when, they have an extradition treaty, and it's like, do we really want to piss off the Klingons?
Well, they kind of pissed me off, so.
I know. That's why it's a diff 5. It's like, do we really want to piss off the Klingons?
Persuasion or negotiation for a focus.
Either.
What the hell? I will give you 5 threat. Oh wait, hold on. I'm gonna use my Starcross to double the focus range.
Sure. That's kind of how I feel the captain is being right now.
Two, 4, 6, 8,
7. Oh,
Uh,
double close trend. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
dear
sevens
God.
are. Yeah, the sevens.
9.
Yeah, total of 9.
Yeah, they'll take it up. They agree with you that they did not do this through the proper channels. They did not get proper clearance to. This is after you beam them, of course. They didn't get the proper authorization to do this manhunt. They just kind of did it. So they're going to file a ton of grievances.
And I'm going to spend my Legion of Honor to create an advantage for them that I know people within the Klingon forces that, can breathe down this chancellor's throat about this extradition order. Like, all the shit they went wrong with. I am making that chancellor's life a living hell right now.
Hell has been brought down upon him, or will be brought down upon him.
That's it for me.
Okay, so they're beamed off. Just because we're a little bit at time, we'll throw the captain in there. If I could get to the right tabs.
Enter.
Captain, do you have a moment?
Of course, Mr. Casey. Come in.
You've probably seen, Captain, that the 10th Fleet Command has offered me a temporary assignment as the Strategic Operations Officer for the Silk Road Initiative.
I did get the request. You plan on taking them up on the offer?
I think so, Captain, but I wouldn't want to do it without your permission.
I would hate to lose a good officer, but you do have your career to consider. This is a bold move for your career, even though it is temporary. It would look good in other positions you wish to undertake down the road.
Thank you, Captain. Your blessing means a lot. In the meantime, I've been preparing Lieutenant Cheng to take on some of my duties, and he should be ready by my departure shortly to assume the role as acting Chief of Security in my absence. As well, I'm sure Petty Officer Shachakrath will be there to assist him. I have faith in my team to operate without me.
You've trained them well, Commander. And I'll be sure to keep your seat warm until you return.
Thank you, Captain. I do intend to. I don't think my days of gallivanting about the stars are quite over yet.
You'll always have a place on board the ship, Commander.
With your leave, Captain, I suppose I have some things to pack.
Good luck, Commander. And hopefully we'll see each other again soon. She
Thank you,
extends
sir.
Stands up to extend her arm out for a handshake.
Casey will firmly shake and sort of do a military turn out of the room.
And Casey steps onto the bridge.
DeGrasse will look at Casey and so
The captain, as expected, gave her blessing for me taking this assignment, and I have just informed the admiral that I will be taking up the post.
you'll be missed, Casey.
Thank you, and I'll miss all of you, but it is just temporary, and perhaps our paths will cross even before I return to the ship. Not sure the exact terms of the posting yet, but I hope to be back in a few months.
Well, this will be an excellent experience for you. And we know that you're more than up to the challenge. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. But, well, your absence will be certainly felt on this bridge.
Your words mean a lot, sir, and I'll certainly miss serving aboard the ship. Nadan, Mendrock, Doctor, everyone else, it's been an honor to serve with all of you. However, I
Likewise.
believe I have some packing to do. Perhaps when I'm finished, we can meet for a drink in the lounge.
Congratulations. I know this is going to be a great opportunity for you, Commander.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure, Commander.
Permission to depart the bridge, sir.
Permission granted. Safe travels.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll call that the end of The Way of the Warrior.